Hello and welcome back to the Waves 2. We are playing Imperial Germany in the 1900s start, and it's currently 1922 and we have just started a war with Italy. In the last episode, before the game crashed, we were able to sink two of Italy's battle cruisers, but as we can see, unfortunately, that wasn't saved. So I guess we will have the pleasure to do it again. Let's check if there's anything else to do. We have superiority in the Mediterranean, which hopefully should save us Libya and at some point allow us to invade Sicily. But yeah, let's just go. Food is becoming scarce in Germany. Okay. That is unfortunate. I really need to take care of that, I guess. Okay, cruiser battle with battle cruisers, perfect. And those should be, let me check. Yeah, those are, no, those are not battle cruisers, but one battle cruiser and one battleship, okay. So the battle cruiser is 9/16-inch, that insanely powerful ship with one battleship, because it's almost as fast. Yeah, 29 and 30 knots. That should be far faster than anything the Italians can muster, especially anything close to what they could throw at me. So in this regard, I think we can be rather relaxed. Okay, something is spotted. Okay, I guess we need to turn east now. There they come. Okay, wind is coming from the east, so we want, let's speed up so we close in time. Let's check the Lazio class 8/13-inch. Well, it's not a bad design, it's just vastly inferior to what I can send. But 8/13-inch guns isn't bad, especially for 1922. That's perfectly fine. 28 knots is fast, good armor, all pretty decent. But I mean, when they have 30,000 tons and I have 50,000, yeah, that's basically the same. Only it does have a triple turret. Giuseppe Garibaldi is hit. Let's move up a little more. So now we charge down. We want to keep all turrets shooting. Those should shoot torpedoes. So I guess I need to angle in now. Move away from their likely path. Garibaldi is hit again. And I think she's already slowing down, isn't she? That one is 28 knots. Yeah, heavy damage. Question is only, oh, they have carriers here. Really? Okay, Garibaldi is taking hit after hit after hit. 15-inch. I mean, okay, let's go down here. Do they have? This won't be, yeah, it's a DD. So they have one, AV is a float plane carrier, or a, what is it, the technical term? I currently can't remember it, but it's basically a ship to transport float planes, or to support flying boats. So it's nice for recon, but it's not that dangerous, which means I can now focus on something else. Okay, now let's try to get the Lazio class after the Giuseppe Garibaldi is done. Can I still do 28 knots? I can. For a moment I was scared seeing all those damages here, but obviously it's not my ship, luckily. Okay, we need to get in closer and hope to catch the Lazio. Ah, there she is. And I think we should be 1 or 2 knots faster than her. So in overall we should be able to catch her. Question is, do they launch torpedoes? Was this a torpedo launch? It might be. So let's move a little away and then close in further. Okay, yeah, they're wasted. Okay. So the Lazio is, for whatever reason, going broadside. I'm pretty sure she has torpedo tubes, yeah, but only 1 on each side. So that shouldn't be a big issue. And those ships are insanely big, so they can take a lot of punishment. And they have, I think, level 2 torpedo protection, which in 22 is quite a lot. So I would have to fail really hard to not win this against them. Yeah, this is rather a problem. My ammo running out because he's staying at max distance and I'm not hitting him often enough. And the damage I'm doing, and as I said, I mean, the armor of that ship wasn't bad, but we're closing in. Let's try to get more turrets working. Can we? Nope. Yeah, but no, he's done. He's slowing down. That was, I guess, a torpedo launch. Let's, nope. Go away, you guy. That guy is a little too close for my comfort. Yeah, shit. Go away. I mean, he hardly took any damage from that torpedo hit. Yeah, we need to concentrate on the Lazio now, and then hopefully, and once more, always the Friedrich der Dritte, the Freddy the Third. Yeah, it's getting more significant, the damage now. I'm gonna detach her. I don't think she's in any danger of sinking right now, but running her at full speed while risking to be torpedoed even more, that is an issue. So I'll just have her retire. I don't need her firepower anymore. The Lazio is already significantly damaged, only medium damage according to this. But the Heinrich der Erste should easily be able to take care of that one on her own. Yeah, I mean 16-inch hit. Yeah, and she's stopping. Okay, perfect. Now, no point in charging after those destroyers. So I'll have those two reunite, and then I'm probably, what is the closest? Yeah, I might probably just go for that harbor. Because if I'm able to enter port before the scenario ends, before the battle ends, I'm not taking the risk of a submarine hit. That is a lot of hits. I'm not taking the risk of a submarine hitting one of my ships in one of those random events. Okay, now I need to reunite. They are. And now let's slow down, because we don't want the Friedrich der Dritte to sink. Okay. Now let's just speed up. Yeah. Submarines aren't that big of an issue, but like in reality, occasionally you learn that one of your ships is sunk, one of your battleships is sunk. Yeah, I mean, she should be fine. No flooding. She's hanging back a lot. What is this here? Destroyer battle then. Okay. I don't care too much. I've sunk two of the battle cruisers, and in this regard, the battle is more than a success. Even if I should lose a destroyer or two, I wouldn't care too much. So let's speed up. Just keep an eye on the left upper corner, whether it suddenly says that the flooding increases on the battleship, but it shouldn't. I think we should be fine. No, it's just, yeah, the time will run out before we enter port, I guess. But if we're not extremely unlucky, everything should be fine and we haven't lost a single ship. I think at least. Okay, the support force had ships, so one of them might have been sunk, but it isn't. Okay. Yep, very nice victory. And a repeat of what we had last episode. 2 prestige, major victory, very nice. Dock size doesn't need to be improved. I'm running an insane deficit, but I can always stop production at a later phase, I guess. I need to do more, I think, about trade protection, because food shortages. I don't want to be forced to accept a peace when I'm about to win a war because of their DDs, of their submarines. Okay, no, okay. And the war is already over, and we can't get Sicily, obviously, because it's 12 points, and the maximum amount of points you can get is 10 points. Goddamn politicians! I can't take anything. Oh well, I guess another war one is that could be worse. Okay, so the next issue now is we want to replace. Oh yeah, and we need to send everyone home. Move ships. We want to replace. What is it? This? Yeah. We want to replace the cruisers we have here. And those guys here, I'm not sure what I should do with them. They should be too slow for efficient commerce rating as well. And I can't do really much with them. And replacing the engine right now, this phase, I mean, I could make them much faster. Like 25 knots probably if I go down a little bit secondaries. But it still only has 4 9-inch guns, so I guess I'm gonna scrap them as soon as I get something else, because right now the problem is that my fleet is too small, and if I scrap them, the press and the emperor will be unhappy, because not enough ships are we have the smallest fleet in battleships and battle cruisers in cruisers and battle cruisers in total, and that never makes the government happy. Let's see. No, we should actually be fine. Yeah, we should be fine. So let's just scrap them. Let's not waste any more time, because the thing, all I can do here is build something like this aircraft carrier, but that one is pretty much useless. So let's get rid of them. Good, and we are doing a surplus again, thanks to all the ships being in reserve fleet. Let's see whether we can mothball a few of the old battleships. With all those big guys, it should probably be possible to put even more into mothball. Let's see. Yes, nice. Good, that saves a lot of money. And from what I've seen so far, it doesn't seem like a good, it makes that much difference that they are untrained when they enter service again. Okay, what was that that has entered service again? Yeah, Weissenburg. Oh yeah, I needed to upgrade all the fire control, right? That was what happens in here. Yes, okay. So is that design actually good? Let's see. I can already build secondaries. I haven't. Oh yeah, that was like a very cheap upgrade. Planned as the cheapest possible upgrade. So, we have the money. let's this time start with the good ships. I should probably add AA. Okay, 4 of them, not too impressive. I could turn those into, but single doesn't make that much sense. Yeah, let's just do a little AA for now. For the next 10 years, planes shouldn't be the biggest issue. And I'm pretty sure I will do an upgrade in between, and I want to add some more deck armor at a later phase or something like that. And if I have better 16-inch guns, yeah, then I'll definitely do a bigger upgrade, and then I can take care of these issues as well. Insufficient topside A, okay, because of the dual purpose mounts here. Need to reduce this. Okay, I have the money, so let's rebuild them. Now I probably, no, I don't need more ships in active service, okay. Oh, the Italians want another go? Or how am I supposed to read this? Double gun mounts on light cruisers. So the light cruisers I can build now are probably becoming a decent design, actually. So I'll have a look at new cruisers soon. Quadruple torpedo mounts, that's very nice. Aircraft catapults, okay. Good technology advances. Yeah, I don't care. I'm not going to sacrifice prestige for that. I'm not interested in much tension with the Americans, but I'm not going to sacrifice prestige if tension is this low. Okay, now let's do the Moltke class. Director, dual purpose. Okay, now they are actually quite too heavy, and they still have topside AA left. 13-inch. That was a decent design though. Okay, let's do it like this. Okay. Not the strongest one either, but still within 4 months. And oh, they want to reclassify. No, not yet. Maybe later. But the thing is, I want enough battle cruisers right now, so the Emperor and everyone is happy. Whereas if I reclassify them to battleships, they will be counted as battleships, and suddenly my tonnage sinks. And if I have the lowest tonnage of battle cruisers, the government gets crazy and I lose prestige. Trouble reaching her design speed, that's always unfortunate. That means she's 1 knot slower than intended. Okay, yeah, go ahead. Those are working up. We mothball them right away. Those light cruisers are another thing. Like, I mean, it's good firepower, and I could probably squeeze some more life out of them this way. 2, 4, 6, 7 guns on each side. Oh well, something I will worry about later. Okay, Goeben, 12-inch, 6 of them only. It's like one of those rather useless ships. Those 3 here. I need to think about something of how to use them, because they seem like a complete waste. 12-inch and only this few. Let's check whether I can turn this one at least, into some kind of decent carrier. $35. If I were to rebuild the engine, 44. Could probably go down a knot, something like that. Yeah. I guess better than nothing. and probably of more use than with 6 12-inch guns, but still no point in doing it right now, because the later I do it, the more the weight saving in engine and so on is, and thus the more planes I can get out of the conversion. And I don't think I can even do carrier. No, I can carrier conversions. Okay. Oh, and there was this, like, they wanted me to have 8-inch guns on the first carrier. So in this regard, that design would be even worse. Or would it? Let me think. The thing is, if I do use it, if I do use this hull, then I basically have done the 8-inch ship they want me to build, and that is only like the first carrier you build. The design board wants you to have 8-inch guns on top, because they expect the ship to still fight surface ships, and which is historically correct, the design idea. If you look at the Graf Zeppelin, if you look at the Kaga I think it was, yeah, the Kaga, or if you look at the first Yorktown, no, not Yorktown, the Saratoga and Enterprise, I think, they had 8-inch guns. So in this regard, it represents the historic intentions and feelings of the naval general boards, but it's rather useless. So doing a conversion fulfilling that role might actually make a lot of sense, because that would allow me to build the first purpose-built carrier without those guns. Okay, let's see, what can I do here? I can turn those into secondaries. The thing is, it's pretty close in quality here. Let's see, 50 is too much. So there's still weight left. I could thus go up and go down a little here. No. Perfect. That looks good. At least for now. As said, I want to increase deck armor, but for that I need a little more weight at a certain point. I'll do such a big refit, and the engine's still running on coal. I'll do that one when I have better guns, so the ships are in port anyways. But right now it doesn't seem to make that much sense. Guns, I currently have, yeah, 50 in the 0, the other ones are -1. Okay. Another destroyer. Increase ASW, that's good. The float plane, yeah, I don't really care that much. I don't give too much about the ships right now. Oh, another Prinz Heinrich class. Yeah, we take the offer. I'll just leave it at sidelets for now, because I want to. US wants a security agreement. Yeah, let's take that one. It's better 7-inch guns. I just leave it at the name because I want to check the design first. Yeah, and this is like, we have 500 tons additional armor, additional weight for use now, which shows that the current design is bad. We could increase belt armor by 1/2 inch. We could reduce tonnage by over 1,000. Well, over 1,000, it's no longer 10% change, so the benefits of having a similar ship in design would be bad. But I don't think building that one is worth it, so we're going to scrap it. And the funny thing is, we actually get a little bit of money, because the game, while the game through an event gives it to us for 10% cheaper, so instead of 33 months, it starts at 30. But after doing that, the game expects me to have already spent 3 months building it. So I get the refund for it, which is kind of an exploit, but not my fault. I didn't do it this way. Hindenburg, yep, that's good. more of the ships being back in service. Those here, oh yeah, they are in Africa or somewhere. We want to mothball that one. Wilhelm II, yep, we want that one to be rebuilt too. It doesn't even have increased elevation, okay. And dual purpose, and I think we are doing the same here. Dual purpose all over. Increase by 1 maybe? Let's check. That's too heavy. Okay, so let's go back to 12 and increase those numbers here. Can we go to 18? Yeah, we probably can. Perfect. Okay, I guess the best we can have for now. And a significant improvement to the first one. Okay, good. The other battleships, more battleships design and less HP requirements. So I think if we rebuild it now, we should save even more weight because of that event. So rebuilding the ships later makes a lot of sense, which is again a design decision you are going to make inside the game to wait with the design of a ship, but in the meantime your ship either isn't upgraded or isn't modernized, and that is one of the things I really like here. Okay, those are 8 14-inch. That doesn't sound too bad, so we are definitely upgrading those. Those are still competitive ships. We do this dual purpose, we go down to 4-inch, make them dual purpose. Go up here maybe. Let's see. Perfect. Yep, that looks decent. Can we do? Yeah, we could do better guns. Now it's only 6 months, so only 2 months more, probably a little more money. Are we definitely going to do this? But let's see how much. It's 32 million. That's a lot actually already. Yeah. Nope, we can't do that. So let's just rebuild the guns. Pay all the money for that, but we get a significantly better ship. And the -1 guns are pretty much crap. So you should try to get rid of them as soon as you possibly can. Actually, often it makes sense to build ships with 1 inch less if it has 0 quality instead of -1, because it would be a better gun. But these ships here, the bigger ones, are designed to last for a while, so I deliberately took the worst gun, as it'll allow me to upgrade to a better one at the same caliber size. And then of course it's getting better. The 0 quality 16-inch is better than the 0 quality 15-inch. Okay, Hanover, those are another 2 of those crappy things. I don't see a point in having them. What about those? I mean, 3-inch belt. 13-inch isn't the strongest. They aren't completely useless yet. 8 4-inch. Wait, that is the. Oh yeah, grading those 2. Okay, best fire control. Yeah, let's do that. Ah, nice. The new battle cruisers are coming. After that, we are going to Cuba. Ah, they should have it. Especially the US, which is my ally now. Why would I want to trouble them? But as soon as those battle cruisers are finished, I'll think about what I'm doing with all the cruisers. I should definitely get a new line and probably new destroyers too soon. Yeah, let's do that. We want more budget. A little more tension doesn't hurt right now. We can put that into reserve fleet. Let's see. But he does have secondary guns. Okay, that's good. is fine. The important ships are upgraded. Let's see, can we do something about those? Not really. Should we do this? I guess we should. Just do the absolute minimum. And something like this. It's still just 4 months. And still surplus. And suddenly they have at least decent AA. I can't give them directors yet. No, I can't. Okay. Yeah, I think that sounds like something we can do. Cross deck for, oh yeah, I can only have 3-inch outside, which means I can't have secondary and tertiary guns of the same caliber. So if I already have those in 3-inch, I should reduce the size here and just leave the 6 inches the way they are. Maybe reduce the number to save weight for AA. That seems okay, the way it is now. Yeah. Oh yeah, I know. I obviously increased elevation and improved director. Can they have better guns too? No, they can't. Okay, let's do that. Oh, there was a 22 design already? Oh yeah, god damn it. Completely forgot that. Improved director. He doesn't have upgraded AA, does he? No. Okay, yeah, then we are rebuilding those with the new ship. Unfortunately, that creates a new line, which is like rather a question of aesthetics than of anything else. But I would have preferred them to be the same class for as long. In past games, when I played on my own, I might actually upgrade a ship to another class, to this class, to just then go back to the other class again, just so they'd all be of the same type, which is obviously stupid, doesn't make that much sense except for aesthetics, that I enjoy them being classified all of the same class. But we're not going to do this here. Okay, we have a surplus. Battle cruisers are coming, perfect. Akagi, okay. 8 15-inch. Not a bad ship. Yeah, 40,000 tons. So the Japanese are increasingly meaning business as well. Okay, let's do this. It's unfortunate if they spy to their ally. I'm not going to waste prestige for that. So I will increase tensions for that. This way the alliance won't be broken, and I think one more is also still acceptable, like the British are now, the English. But everything higher should break the alliance rather soon. Okay, we now have 9 million surplus. The big ships are upgraded, at least the ones I wanted to, so it's about time we design a usable light carrier, I guess. That isn't a light carrier. 6-inch. Do we have forward superimposed? We don't have it yet. I have no idea why the game separates that. But like, this ship isn't too strong. And that angle is really, really shit. Huh. Probably still turn it into something useful. Can do magazine box, which I think concentrates the armor around the magazines, and the engine, while the rest is mostly unarmored. So it's kind of, if I understand it correctly, it's kind of like all or nothing for cruisers, meant for cruisers. But now we have a lot of additional weight, so we could probably, can we do 4? I don't think we can. Let's see. Fire control is not researched yet. Okay. What's his problem? Central firing? Can't have. Can't be possible. This is unfortunately still happening too. That I set it at light cruiser, and it turns it into a heavy cruiser. Or should I take this as a sign and just design a strong heavy cruiser? How about 10 inch? It's -1. Forward superimposed, double turret. Like Miyoko class, the Japanese, but instead of 8 inch with 10 inch guns. Okay, so it can't have mines. It doesn't have mines. What's this problem? Okay, it probably had some mines and it set it to 0 by itself. I could have more torpedo protection, and it's too. It has too much weight left. So I guess I can armor it quite a lot. Still too much weight. Gonna leave those. I could at 4 inch or 5 inch. I mean 5 inch secondary, 5 inch dual purpose unfortunately aren't researched yet. This should be strong AA, and then let's see, what about this? That's a lot of torpedoes. And it's still not overweight. Oh, okay. So what am I going to do now? It's not liking the thing I'm going to do with the turrets. Oh yeah, armor is far too heavy. Fire control superimposed B turret is not researched yet. You know what, that I'm not gonna build some. Maybe in a few turns we have it. We just need to make sure we're not going beyond 240 million in the bank. Okay, I guess we're just exploiting it once more. Disarmament conference. Right, those are rebuildings. We could actually accept that. I mean, I don't see a point in losing prestige, but this is at least something that is perfectly fine. Okay. But with currently no capital ship building, all of those are just rebuild projects. I wouldn't have lost a single ship in a naval treaty, and usually that is like it's cutting all the ships currently in production. It forces you to scrap them, which obviously is really hurtful if you've saved a lot of money and spent 2 years, 3 years building a ship, and it's about to be completed, and then the government decides to sign a treaty which forces you to scrap it 2 turns before it's done. So, but fortunately, it wasn't the issue this time. What we could do if we are not building cruisers, 1,500 tons, that's not too great yet, because destroyers would also be an option. Double turret, 4 inch. Dual purpose isn't researched yet for secondaries, I think. Yeah. Okay, so let's do this way. What was his problem? Double mounts for DD are not researched? Okay, they're only for cruisers. Okay. Then let's just save the money and continue. Wait, so one of the cruisers were actually not all completed. Okay. So a naval treaty would have actually cost me a ship. And didn't I want to scrap that one? I did. So let's scrap it. More industrial production, perfect. Triple turrets for light cruisers, that's awesome. 15-inch, better 15-inch, perfect. Okay, should we? No, it's not necessary yet. Let's save them some more money. Do we want war with someone? I think war with Russia would be fine again. We can't. Okay, Italy would also be fine because I want Sicily. Let's provoke some tensions with Italy. I mean, what is their fleet? 11 battleships in service, like me. Significantly less weight. And if we see the difference in weight between battle cruisers, they will have 10 as well, for 311 to 421. So I don't think I have to be too fearful of their capital ships. And now we can start building light cruisers. Now we have superimposed B turret and we have triple turrets. So, and it actually didn't design a crappy ship. What is it, 24? I think at 24 more than 8,000 is legal, isn't it? Oh, 28, okay. So we need to stay within 8,000 tons. I want forward superimposed because I think we are going to chase at least as much as we're going to run. And we still have weight left, cramped, okay. Still have weight left, perfect. Swivel mounts, okay. Dual purpose, that's fine too. I mean, I would prefer a bigger caliber and more of them, but you can't have everything. That sounds pretty decent. Yeah. Okay, do we want to give light cruisers special names as well? That's another question. I mean, usually like famous generals just on a light cruiser. The question is, will I build enough capital ships? I guess I will, so let's just leave it at city names. Should probably have thought about maybe some famous battles to name them after. That might have been another option. But yeah, let's replace the light cruisers, and the money is going really strong, so we can build a lot of them at the same time. Stettin is ready. Okay, so 1.6 million and we have 20 million to spare. Wow. Okay, so let's build 12 right away and another, it's overall only 34 and I have 177. So we have 12. How many would we need? Let's say 6 to 8 in colonial duty, and that would leave another 6 to 4 for the fleet. That's too little. Let's build another 6. Yeah, I will have to stop a few of them at some point. But let's just continue like this. Okay, unless of course I can sell a lot of technology. Sharing agreement with Russia. No, we don't want to share. All mine, just mine technology. Mine. Secondary fire control, that's good, okay. Now better fire control on light cruisers is possible. Weight benefits from all forward main armament, that is interesting. Now designs like that can be really attractive. Yep, let's sell it. Yeah. Tension going up with everyone. And 25, I still can't build, yeah, I can only do carrier conversions. I should probably think about one. No. I'm not sure whether it's necessary to develop full-blown carrier. I don't think it is. But might still be worth doing it now. Yeah. And I mean, having one carrier right away wouldn't be the worst thing. What was it, at least 40? Okay. So let's switch to oil. We could probably go bulged. That would mean even more. What does it say? Yeah, they want 8 times 8 inch. Okay, so 8-inch turret. What is it? Port forward, starboard forward, midship, midship. Double turret. Ship surrogacy overweight. Design is not legal. Okay, so 34 only. Now it's a light cruiser? No, it isn't. Okay, so that sounds like a pretty useless carrier, to be honest. Only 34, but we can take away those turrets in the first refit. So I guess in this regard we should probably do it. And then it has 40. Here it is, yeah. Then it has 40 something planes, which isn't strong, but at least is somewhat useful. Wait, isn't it like this? No. Should I at least make it look somewhat like a carrier? I'm not gonna play a big designer here, but this ship might actually be used at some point. So I am not going. Ah, god damn it. Can't. Yeah, whatever. Let's put it behind the turret. It wouldn't be right in front of it. Okay, that should be fine for now. It looks horrible, to be honest. But it'll do, I guess. 12 months though. That is a little, whatever. Oh yeah, turret armor, that was the thing. You can reduce that one. Secondaries can go down to 0. Now we suddenly have more weight left for planes. And suddenly it's 41 instead of 34. Oh, that's a difference. Yeah, I don't care about fire control. Perfect. Let's do this. Kaiser has made an ill-tempered. Can get more budget at the cost of prestige, which I could easily afford. Wholeheartedly agree. Yeah, let's agree. What is a war of Germany if it isn't against the French? It doesn't feel right, does it? And I think we have some. On the other hand, they took Tunisia from me. And if I don't, it seems more easy for them to have a strong fleet in the Mediterranean than me. And from Tunisia, they could easily invade Libya and then Rhodes. So I don't know. I should probably not look for a war against them. Torpedo has an unidentified submarine has torpedoed and damaged Ludwig II. Ludwig der Zweite. Okay, we should bring this further hard, which costs us prestige. We could order to have every submarine sunk that is in our waters. Or we could increase tensions. Yeah, let's increase tensions. That gives us prestige, budget, and we can afford it with Russia. The only thing we must hope for is that it doesn't end up in a war with all of them at the same time. But a war with Russia would actually be pretty nice, because we could hopefully take the Baltics and Finland, and that would be really worth a try. Italy has proposed Italy with these tensions. Okay. I mean, I want Sicily, but apart from that, I don't think I'm gonna succeed with that. That is the issue. I think it'll break down and there won't be an agreement, and then I've lost one budget tick. That is rather the problem. How are the Russians? Yeah, I mean, my budget is fine. Third highest. Yeah, let's try it. Bogged down. Okay. Oh, whatever. So, war with Russia is about to come. That's coming fast. Okay, anything else that needs an urgent upgrade? All of them have the new fire control. My new destroyers are coming. I mean, I don't think I can even build torpedo bombers yet, right? So why? So yeah. So creating carriers, having operational units there doesn't seem to make that much sense. I mean, priority is on high, but if they don't research it, I can't do really much. Float plane scout, yeah. Shooting competition, why not? Medusa. Okay. Less penalty if more than one ship shoots the same target. That's very nice. Italy has come. I don't want to reduce tensions. Can actually increase them. Should I risk it? I might end up in war with all of them. Whatever. Let's risk it. It enables above water torpedo mounts on all ships. Now I can rebuild my battleships and with having nice torpedo salvos as well if I want to. That's good. Fighter. Yeah, I guess it's better, but the thing is, I'm not gonna use them. Above water tubes on other ships. The Italians want to. Yeah. I don't care. I mean, they're cruisers. It's not a question of cruisers right now. And I don't see many torpedo tubes and battleships later in the game, so it doesn't seem like that important. Double mounts on CLs. That is a significant improvement. Do we want to sell that? I mean, we could use money. Wait. Did they actually reduce? I thought they increased the money because of Russia. Did they reduce it? I'm suddenly at 500. Can't remember. Was that all the hit I took because of Italy? And suddenly 12 million deficit. So I'll have to stop cruisers pretty soon. I guess I'll have to sell them because I need the cash. Okay, Göben is done. That's good. Ooh, yeah. I mean, Germany always writes blank checks when it comes to alliances and treaties. So let's mothball that one. We could probably soon redesign it and take away the turrets. And yeah, let's see. Sutley. 8 guns only. But 8,700 tons. It's cheating again. Oh no, it's a heavy cruiser. Okay, so they're not cheating. Now purpose-built CVs. So that is another thing I'm going to have to do soon. Build new CVs, and now thanks. Oh, okay. Now thanks to the conversion of the Göben, I should be able to build them without 8-inch guns. Not gonna put any planes on my ships, on my carriers, because they have insane high maintenance. And there come the cruisers, and the money actually lasted long enough. That's nice. Okay, now I can think about to scrap a few of the really old ones, I guess. You guys are first being mothballed. Okay, those here. I mean, they are basically useless. The question is, do I want to... I think I tried. I could actually upgun them. Give them improved increased elevation. And suddenly turn them into something useful again. Which is kind of insane. I could turn them... Is the hull? Yeah, the hull only allows for 28 knots. But if we see this ship is almost useful again. Turn this into 4-inch dual purpose. Now it has quite an insane AA. Add torpedo mounts. 19 turns though. 32 million. And this one here is 34. So it's only 2 million more to get a better ship. This is so this would only make sense if you were to basically had a naval treaty that would force you to modernize ships. Apart from that, it's just from a financial standpoint, it's just straight out insane to rebuild them. The same here. I mean, I could turn this into something useful again, but the price would be far too high. That is the problem. So guess let's scrap the first 3-4 ones. I mean, I could use them for commerce rating. I could try that at least. It's tempting. Question is, do they sink enough? Let's scrap. No, they're useless anyways, mostly. So that one and that one too. And we get so many of them newly. We'll have them new, so let's scrap all of them. Let's just get rid of every old ship we have here. Those I think I can turn into something useful again. Let's see. Can give it improved director, then it's modernized. I can turn this. No. Can those into 4-inch dual purpose? And I can probably give them like. Why doesn't it offer? I guess because of all the turrets here, I can't put on swivel mounts. I mean, that doesn't look. I mean, it doesn't have torpedoes, which is a huge disadvantage for a cruiser. For a light cruiser in particular. 3 turns, only 3 million. For that, it would have improved director. Only medium range though, so not a strong commerce radar. But if I remember correctly, that C is for colonial, isn't it? I think so. So those have a higher tonnage ratio on foreign station, which actually means they should be rather useful. So yeah, let's use those as my new colonial ships. Okay, so we need those 4 on foreign stations so we can upgrade the other 3, and as soon as they are upgraded we are going to turn them into we're going to modernize them as well. Let's see, if I take away starboard wing, forward, if I take away this turret and this turret, can I add swivel mounts? Yes, there. Probably only triple, right? Torpedo mounts are not balanced. Yeah, okay. Center line torpedo mounts. Wait, I gave it a center line. Okay. Outside swivel mount. Does 4 in? 4 not balanced? 4 works? Oh yeah, that was below 2,500 tons or something like that. Okay, so that works. Weight is a little overweight. So in worst case it goes down to 28, but we can clear all mounts and then do it again. And suddenly that looks rather decent. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I think we can remove another 2. Which positions are those? Not midships, I guess? Those here? Yes. Okay, let's take those away. Outside starboard. Ooh. Yep. That looks good. And we can add more A. Okay. I think this allows it to have a second life. München class, let's replace it. And engines, we're not gonna touch the engine because that ship is mostly obsolete and that's just not worth spending the money to replace the engines on a hull like this. Okay, and tensions with France are going down as well. More light cruisers are coming online. Integral Armor is interested in buying British. Oh, whatever, let's sell it. Okay, so 6 more cruisers are coming online. And after that, we should be really well situated. Have the right setup in cruisers. Good modern ones. I mean, I could always get better one. I'd like to have a third turret, but 8,000 tons isn't enough for that. So that's not important. Purpose-built carrier, that was the latest. .58. So first let's go down to 4-inch, make them dual purpose. Ammo low, yeah, I'm fine with that. Then we are at 62. Then we can go down to 2-inch belt, conning tower 3-inch, and give the turrets just a bare minimum. And we are at 69, 70. If I take away that one and that one, okay, no. 69 planes. Not the strongest design, I guess. Especially as it's limited to 22,000 tons. I don't think I can build something bigger, right? No, I can. Huh? Weird. Okay, 24,000 is the limit. Okay, even better. Range is medium, okay. I could probably go down in torpedo protection too. They are not often hit, but that means if they are hit, I've already weakened them insanely much. Wait, they gave them torpedo tubes. Okay. Okay, 78 sounds like actually quite the reasonable amount. Now we have that at maximum, and we have 53 tons left. That's perfect. Okay, the only question is, do we name it after some king general or something? Yeah, I guess we do it. We're calling it the Alte Dessauer, after Leopold I, Duke of Anhalt-Dessau. Let's do it like this. That was, if I remember correctly, a general of Frederick the Great and a field marshal of the German Empire, Leopold I. So, and a very capable military leader. So a more than fitting name for a capital ship. That sounds nice. Yep, let's do that. Okay, Alte Dessauer. Perfect. Yeah, we give blank checks. We always do. Medium bomber. Okay. Okay, tensions with Russia are rising. Those are modernizing. Okay. British are not now. AA directors come. Okay. Guess we'll modernize the carrier to have AA directors as well. Okay, now let's rebuild that one. And that one. And for that we send this to foreign station. And this one. And this one as well. Which should allow us to rebuild that one. And I don't think I can rebuild this one without sending another one to foreign station, which I don't really want to do right now. So let's just leave it at that for now. You can go to reserve fleet. No, you're in the Mediterranean, yeah, okay. You can go to reserve fleet, and you guys too, to save me some money. Okay. What? Old. Okay, I guess they're rebuilding it. Something. Only 2 8-inch guns. This, I thought, what the hell is this design? Okay, 20-inch guns. 20-inch. That's 50 centimeters. 50.8 if I remember correctly. Insane. The problem is though, I don't think it's worth the additional weight. Yeah, we buy it, whatever. Aircraft carrying airships, so every airship now has like parasite fighters and K-guns, which are very helpful for anti-air, for anti-submarine. And we are going to rework this design to give it 3 directors. And the weight is actually, apparently the weight saving has been high enough. 6 tons. Okay, let's do this. 1 month. And we can go to the build screen. So let's build Leopold the First. Der alte Dessauer. Let's build. How are we going to name the second one? Of course, let's give it Prinz. Should we give him his full name? Eugen Franz, or just Prince Eugen? Eugen von Savoyen Carignan. So that's Prince Eugen. A very capable, probably one of the best military leaders Austria ever had. The Prince of Savoy. Another very, and at this time Austria was still part of Germany, or Germany was a part of Austria or whatever, so the Habsburg Empire had the German Emperor. No, the Habsburg dynasty had the German Emperor, and what is later than Austria was part of said empire. So Germany, that Prince Eugen actually fought for Germany, thus Germany can give a ship its name, even though the Austria-Hungary Empire is still in existence, which to give it some background story. Okay, we have more than enough money left, so let's make another leader of the Turkish wars against the Turks. Let's call him, let's take Türken Louis. No, let's first make his full name. Ludwig Wilhelm von Baden. Türken Louis. So Ludwig is like Louis in French, and Türken obviously means the Turks. So he was the Turk Louis because he fought against the Turks. And of course, to make, we should, the fourth one, let's take it Count Montecuccoli. Another great military reformer and an imperial military leader of Imperial Germany, even though we are talking about the first German Empire, not the second one, and I'm currently playing the second one. But let's have Graf Raimondo Montecuccoli. Perfect. Okay, so we've got 4 of the new carriers, which is more than enough in this phase. Question is, should we build something else? We can actually very much afford it. Or should we just spam some subs? Yeah, let's just spam some subs. You can always spam subs. If you don't know what else to build some subs. Because I don't think I really need new battle cruisers or battleships. I'm pretty much enjoying the state of my current fleet and the composition. I have some older ones which I could probably replace or scrap, and I probably should, but the rest of them is pretty powerful, despite some of them could use a bigger gun, of course. I mean, 13 inch isn't really that impressive anymore, but well armored, well designed, good designs. I really like what they have turned into. More endurance, perfect, good for radars. Now those ships have come back from rebuilding, so we can now rebuild that one. This one is in the Indian Ocean. Let's send this one to the Mediterranean. Is this one, because I think it's like West Africa. If you don't have a ship in this war zone, I think at least your chance of conquering one of those free provinces is higher if you do have a ship, and the likelihood of a rebellion breaking out should be lower, and the likelihood of crushing one should be higher if you have ships in those naval regions. At least that's how I interpret the what I see in the game, and I think I've read some hints in the manual, so I'm trying to look into, have one cruiser at least in every one of those zones, which is kind of realistic too, because you would have like colonial forces somewhere. Mediterranean, no, you don't go to the Indian Ocean, you already have one there. You go Southeast Asia, I think. Oh, god damn it. No. I mean, he is... Does this work? It should, yeah. Okay, higher HE damage. Less bomb load than anticipated, but I don't care that much yet. Unless I finally get torpedo bomber. That doesn't seem to make that much sense to... I mean... Do they even have dive bombers yet, the others? I'm not sure. Dive bomber. So the Italians have dive bomber and the British? Oh, and everyone but me has torpedo bombers, it seems. Okay. And I still can't research them. Okay. Let's increase... I'm spending on intelligence here. Maybe I'm gonna steal it from the Russians, and I don't mind if tension goes up here. Spy has been discovered. Yeah, let's do it quietly. Where don't we have ships? Probably South Pacific. Central and North. Let's send one to South Pacific. You go South Pacific. Okay. Japanese stole some technology from us. Oh, better 16-inch guns, finally. Yeah, we are happy to pay for that. Okay, now the tensions are pretty high, but better 16-inch guns is such an improvement. I don't want to miss out on that. So let's start the first reconstruction here. Improved director, that's all fine. Question is, do we want... Those are encasemates, okay. Okay, let's do it like this. We want 4 of those, as many as possible. Wait, it's 94. Oh, that seems okay. Can't afford a bigger additional deck armor, but 4-inch should still be pretty fine. So I'm saving that, but let's see what changing to oil would bring. I could get additional deck armor. Yeah, I could actually get that. That seems to be even better. I mean, it's 12 months, which means that if war breaks out, I'm not going to be able to use them. But I think it's more than worth it. Giving them more deck armor. Director for secondary. I don't really care. Yeah, okay, let's give them one. And let's increase it by 1 to not be overweight. Okay, let's do this. How many do we have? We have 5 left, so multi-class is pretty much useless at this phase. Whatever, let's risk it. Let's have all 3 of them rebuilt. No, I can't afford it, damn it. How expensive is this? Wow. I should have looked at the price. Okay, I won't do the third one. Yeah, do some relief for the poor. Advanced director. Now, of course, as I have started the rebuild process, I get advanced directors. God damn it. Okay. We take some of our oldest ships. Give me more budget. Anyways, I think it's about time to wrap this up. We are closing in on a war with Russia and probably France. 4 new carriers are being built and are a little over a year away. We've started reconstruction of 2 of the very powerful battle cruisers we have. We have finally been able to replace all the crappy old light cruisers. The destroyers, those all are just used for commerce protection, for trade protection. We will need new destroyers soon, and now as we have double mounts, we could actually build some pretty decent designs. We need to hope for hopefully the technology to build bigger ones pretty soon. But apart from that, I think we are well settled, especially if we look at the opponents we're facing. Like, the differences in tonnage are significant. This indicates that they currently are rebuilding a really lot of ships, because those 3 aren't weighing almost 200,000 tons. So they have like 5 battle cruisers or something in reconstruction. But the numbers alone aren't that important if my battle cruisers are that much stronger than his. So in this regard, I think we're generally quite fine. Light cruisers, actually I'm lagging behind, okay. But heavy carriers, regular fleet carriers, we see I'm far ahead, even though they are useless without torpedo bombers. So in that regard, not much I can do. Light cruisers, we're actually leading, even better than the British, in both tonnage and numbers. Well, if they've finished those. Destroyers, yeah, DDs, 70 new ones soon. That will make a difference, even though I see the Russians have 87. But in general, I think we can be rather satisfied with the result. So far, we won the war against Italy, even though it was disappointing because we didn't get Sicily. But with the coming war against Russia, we hopefully will be able to take the Baltics and Finland. So let's look forward to that. But we'll see how that turns out in the next episode. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please consider following and subscribing. And other than that, thank you for watching. See you next time.